develop?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they've got a positive voice, and you know, they're not so old that the players don't remember them playing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
sometimes
yeah.
that happens. Sometimes young guys come into the league and they're like, "You who? You're trying to tell me what? I never have heard of you." But these guys are guys who have that relevance.
Or in the case of somebody like Zach, he said he's seen Scal since Scal was in high school. You know,
Yeah, that's why, I mean, all of us Memphis guys are all big fans of Scal and his talent.
I apologize if you asked this already, but with the amount of young guys that you have and these guys with that experience, especially with those backgrounds, how much easier does that make your job in kind of pressing forward?
You know, the West is difficult, so you know, you're going to throw those guys out there for 82 games to get their heads nodded. It's difficult. It's a long, long road. So you got frontline guys, some of these guys that can support that, and then you got to find the mix. You know, how do we play all the vets together? You know, do we play the younger guys all together? Well, that's not. But then you have some guys that are complementary veterans, and you have a couple of young guys that are complementary young guys, and that's what you're seeing. Like Justin Jackson, for example, is going to play the same game. He's a complementary guy with 4 veterans. He's going to fit in very easily, where sometimes other guys, it's a little different. So it'll be interesting how it comes out.
I don't mean to, I mean, I know you don't put the team together, that's Vlade and Scott, but do you have enough veterans in order to help the development of these guys, because it's so many of the young guys that you do have?
Yeah, I think it's never done here today. You know what I mean? Like, it's an ongoing process, and this is what it is. And you know, I totally support those guys and moving forward, and it'll work itself out. You know,
is it a bigger advantage having 2 guys who have been with you, know how you operate when it comes to passing along what you want to accomplish with the young guys?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's easier to run through drills. What is it that we're looking for in a drill? When timing up on some sets. No, you got to wait. Or, you know, and you hear that echoed from the veteran guys to the younger guys. And sometimes, you can't say younger guys are just, they don't. Yeah, but sometimes hearing it from a different voice, especially another player, is really positive. And it can, the veteran guy can also, especially in my case, having had these guys already, like, dude, this works. So just do it this way. You know what I mean? Like, we'll see.
It was the first time talking to you since Summer League. I mean, since it began. Just what's your biggest takeaway from what you've seen from your guys out here?
Guys have really put in the work. I think, you know, the guys that came in May, in the middle of May, and started working out. They have a head start. Their bodies look good, and obviously your rookies can't do that, you know, and it just takes time. But I think those guys are all ahead in what they're wanting to get. We're trying to get done for Summer League, but also, you know, second-year guys sometimes put too much stress on themselves. Sometimes they put not enough, like, I don't really need this. But then also guys are trying to prove something and are pressing a little bit. And I think you're seeing that with, I'm not getting crazy about us just missing shots, because I believe that he can just as easily go 1 for 8, he can go 7 for 8. You know what I mean? I think he's that level. I think Justin Jackson is a better shooter than he shot. I think some other things. I think, you know, Papa looks great. His body looks great. He's done a lot of work, but he still has a long ways to go. So to judge him right then and there, you know, and that's what the overriding theme of Summer League is always. Nobody's ever as good as they look, and nobody's ever as bad as they look.
Right.
You know.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.